It's time for my end of the year rankings videos, and this one I'm going to be counting down my top 10 movies seen in 2020. And honestly, I haven't seen that many movies compared to some people. I've only seen 26 movies that came out in 2022, and I know some people have seen close to 60 or more. So this is going to be my ranking of the ones that I've seen. What I'm going to do now is tell you the ones that I've actually seen. That way you know where I'm coming from when I do this ranking. The Black Phone, X, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, The Harbinger, Jurassic World Dominion, Beavis and Butthead, Do the Universe, Ambulance, Dog, The Lost City, The Batman, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Moonfall, Scream 2022, Thor Love and Thunder, Samaritan, Barbarian, Halloween Ends, Black Adam, Bullet Train, Top Gun Maverick, Violent Night, Smile, Pearl, A Christmas Story Christmas, and Avatar, The Way of Water. There are definitely a few movies that I wanted to see before the year ended, but I just didn't get a chance to see, such as The Menu, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and The Watcher. When I see those, if that changes my ranking for 2022, I will leave a comment in the comment section. And be on the lookout tomorrow as I'll be counting down my top 10 favorite horror movies seen in 2022. And I guess this list, or this ranking, will spoil some of that. But before I give my ranking, of course, if you're a fan of movies, if you're a fan of watching movies or physical media, and like the movies that you saw in 2022 and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button, share this video with anybody you know, or put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my ranking. Remember, this is my ranking. It might not be yours. Let me know the ranking of the movies that you saw in 2022. If you want to do top 5, top 10, top 20, however many you want to do. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, and show your damn support. And remember, this is my ranking of the movies that I saw in 2022. It's not going to be your ranking, so make sure you leave what ranking that you have down in the comment section. And with this video, I'm not going to go into many details just so I can avoid spoilers. So with that in mind, starting it off in 10th place for me is going to be The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, a Nicolas Cage movie where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage, and it's got references to other Nicolas Cage movies in it. It's just a lot of fun. I had to include it, so that's why that comes in 10th place for me. Coming in 9th place for me is going to be Barbarian, a movie where the trailer only shows things from the first 20 minutes or so of the movie, so it really doesn't give a lot away. And the movie kind of takes different directions that you're not expecting. I enjoyed it. Now, there were people that said, this movie's freaking awesome. What an awesome movie. While I liked it, I don't think it's as good as they said it was, or because they said that, I was expecting too much. But it's a fun movie, and I did like it. So, and I've seen it a couple times already, so I had to put Barbarian in 9th place. In 8th place for me is going to be Violent Night. You have David Harbour from Stranger Things, and it's a movie where it takes elements of Die Hard, elements of Home Alone, and while I haven't seen it, possibly some elements from like Bad Santa, and puts it all into one movie, and it's a rated R action movie that is a Christmas movie that I think delivers. And I even saw it twice in the theater, and I really enjoyed it. So Violent Night, I had to put it on the list at number 8. Number 7 for me is going to be Top Gun Maverick. Now, this is the first time I had seen Top Gun this year, and then I saw Top Gun Maverick. I liked it, but there are people saying this movie's the greatest movie ever. I thought it was okay, but I didn't think it was that good. But the story is a lot better in Top Gun Maverick to me, while I thought Top Gun was a little boring. But I certainly enjoyed it and had to include it on the list, so that's why I put it in at number 7. Number 6 for me, I think, is one of the biggest surprises of the year, and that would be Smile. At one point, I had no intention of seeing this movie, but then I heard people talk about it and they liked it. And then I saw it, and my expectations for it, they weren't high, they weren't low, they were kind of in the middle. And I actually really enjoyed the movie. It's a movie that I put on and watched start to finish without dozing off, without walking away, without going to the bathroom. I guess that's the same thing as walking away, but I enjoyed it. And I was actually pleasantly surprised by Smile, and that's why it's my number 6. Number 5 for me is going to be Terrifier 2. Now, I started by watching Terrifier earlier in the year and then saw Terrifier 2, and I was thinking, well, the movie's going to be too long. But they took advantage of the time that they had and made a fan movie. They made this movie for the fans, and it delivered. I think it was majority of it was funded by the fans, but it was just an awesome movie. Art the Clown has solidified himself as a horror movie icon, and this is just balls to the wall as far as a horror movie. Some parts I'm kind of confused about. They do a little bit of supernatural stuff in the movie, but the movie's awesome, and I'm looking forward to another Terrifier movie. So Terrifier 2, it's my number 5. Number 4 for me is going to be Bullet Train. Now, I wasn't expecting much when I saw this movie. I didn't really know much about it. I just knew Brad Pitt, he's on a train, and Sandra Bullock is in it at some point. And I actually liked it with these assassins and all that. I thought it was fun, really good, and I put it high on my list at number 4. Number 3 is a movie that I initially really liked, but I haven't got through rewatching it yet, and that would be The Batman. I thought it was great. It's like watching the movie Seven, but instead of, Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, you have Batman and Commissioner Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright. And it was good. It's just really long, and I think it's too long, but I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's the best Batman movie ever, which some people are saying, and I haven't rewatched it yet. I started to, but I just can't get through it. I don't even remember what part I'm at right now, but I've tried to rewatch it like 4 times. I watched like 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. But certainly it was a good movie, and I expect once I finish it, I'll like it, because I remember the last hour was very entertaining. So that's why The Batman is my number 3. Second place for me is going to be Avatar: The Way of Water. A movie that I had very low expectations for. My expectations were I'm going to fall asleep because this movie is 3+ hours long and I'm going to see it at 10 o'clock at night. Surprisingly, I didn't fall asleep during the movie, and I absolutely really dug the movie. I thought it was really well done, way better than the original Dances with Wolves. I mean, Avatar. It was just a lot of fun. I think the story was really good, and it went in directions that I didn't think it would go. Maybe some people thought it would go in those directions, but I didn't think it would. And it was a good experience for me. I didn't even think I was going to see this movie in the theater. I knew I'd see it at some point, but I thought it would be in 2023 as seeing it on streaming or eventually when I go buy it on 4K. But it was good. It delivered. And there was one point where I'm like, is this the best movie I saw in 2022? Obviously, I didn't go that route, but it was damn good. And it's good enough where I think it might make my top 100 favorite movies of all time. I haven't yet made that determination yet because I want to see it a few more times and see if I can make it through the movie a few more times. But regardless of that, Avatar: The Way of Water, my number 2. It's time to reveal my favorite movie of 2022, which I'm sure a lot of you kind of figured going into this video that you knew what it was. And you're right. There's no surprise. It's Scream 2022, otherwise known as Scream 5. This movie, I was guessing, was going to be my favorite movie of the year. In fact, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, that's going to be my favorite movie whenever it comes out. It actually came out a lot sooner than I thought it was going to be, but the movie is just awesome. Now, I have my gripes. I think there's deaths that are predictable in the movie, and there's reveals that I think are very predictable in the movie. But despite that, I think the movie is very well done. It's definitely a movie that pays tribute to Wes Craven and the direction he took the Scream franchise in, and it's definitely a lot of fun. You have your legacy characters coming back and giving very good performances. You know, not that they're included much in the movie, but when they're on screen, they definitely add something to it, and it really made the movie really good. I think it's a good movie from beginning to the end. Just some reveals and some deaths that I was a little annoyed with, but despite all that, I think it's an excellent movie, and that's why Scream 2022, now known as Scream 5, since they're calling Scream 6, is my favorite movie of 2022. So, what did you think of my ranking of the movies that I saw in 2022? I want your opinion, so make sure you leave it in the comment section. You can give me your ranking of movies that you've seen. If you want to do like top 5, top 10, top 20, top 30, or rank every movie that you've seen in 2022, fine by me. If you think there's a movie that I haven't seen from back at the beginning of the video when I gave you the list of movies that I did see and you want me to see it, make sure you leave that down in the comment section. Of course, smash the like button if you're a fan of movies. If you like going to the movie theater, if you like collecting physical media, or any movies that you really liked in 2022 and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button, share the video with anybody that you know, put this video on any one of your social media platforms, leave me lots of comments in that comment section, and last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.